I heard a positive message today by Dr. David Jeremiah again. On Mondays, I usually get to catch up and watch a lot of his different ministry messages and sermons. And it's not exactly a sermon, it's more of a teaching. And it was such a positive message. And I just feel like I was really weary and, really feeling downtrodden. And, you know, when you get to the positive message that David Jeremiah, Dr. David Jeremiah says, it's always so encouraging, and there's so much more information that I'm still listening to as we speak. But I wanted to stop the tape to tell you that there was a message in this that was talking about basically the return of the Lord. And it didn't start there. It started basically with the story of the wars that were going to be fought before the Lord returned. And as soon as they were going to attack Jerusalem, is when the Lord shouted the trumpet. And that was in the second coming part, the, the, the return of the Lord with the saints. And what I found so encouraging is that we were with the Lord. And in this message, you'll get the whole message if you listen to it. And I'll put the link in the description box below. But one of the things I found encouraging is so that my spirit just went from, you know, fussy and, not really wanting to do anything today to really feeling positive. And we need to feel positivity daily. And that's by getting the word in us and reading the word. And I wasn't really like feeling it. So I just wanted to share the love and say this, that in that message, he continued to talk about what it would be like when we're about that group of people who are going to be with the Lord when it says faithful and true, and the robe dipped in blood. And we are the saints that are going with the Lord, So it's a positive thing to see this message be broadcast. And Dr. David Jeremiah has such a great way of putting it. So I don't want to, spoil it for anybody. So I'm not like as good of a communicator as Dr. David Jeremiah. So, um, but I'll be sure to do that. And I hope you listen to this message. Listen, we all need encouragement. One thing I know, a lot of people get really discouraged when they think, okay, we should have been gone yesterday. And that would be me. But we know that this time is for us to be ministered to. And we all need ministered to about that. So if we're having any difficulties with the rapture not happening yet. So if you need to be ministered to, put it in the description box below and just say, hey, I need ministered to. I need encouragement. I need to hear more about encouraging me in this area. And you don't have to have a video done about it. That could be something one-on-one. A lot of us need to encourage one another. And that is a scripture from John, in not in John, but it's in the Word. And John spoke of this. So if you ever feel like you're having a hard time with these rapture watches, or the the return of the Lord is not happening quick enough, I know a lot of people think that way, but we know that the rapture is imminent. We don't know when, specific dates or anything like that, but We know it's imminent. So one of the things is, what do you do when it's that sliver of time? What I do is I say, I don't invest a whole lot of money into a lot of things anymore. I don't really get too worried about any of that kind of stuff anyhow, because I've realized that it's very temporary, you know. So I just maintain what I do have, and you know, I try to keep it simple. So um, I encourage you that if you're going shopping or going to buy something, a large piece of furniture or something like that, don't don't feel like you have to explain yourself or anything. You know, don't worry about that. You know, you still need to live in some ways, but a lot of people who do go out and buy large pieces of furniture or a car, it might be out of need. So, hey, and look at our economy. So, you know, you just got to really think wisely about what you're doing in your life. So, think wisely, be patient with yourself, and don't be so hard on yourself that if you buy that car and then tomorrow we get raptured, then so be it. I mean, that's what happens. And that's what happens in God's world, at least. So, all right, thank you for listening, and God bless.